Hey everybody, welcome to the first episode of the Paisley Show. I grew up in a small town in Iowa, and every year my school would put on a variety show, and it was a big deal. It was something that I always look forward to. So I'm really excited that now I get to put on my own variety show. We have some really amazing guests on today's show. Lavender Country is here. I also have my friends Sahaya and Romer stopping by to teach us a couple fun end of the summer cocktails. So stick around, you don't want to miss it.
I've seen you strutting your stuff at the honky-tonk. Watch where you're putting your hands. You got a bad reputation and I got a good feeling you're more trouble than a bit of quicksand. You're a two-stepping, two-timing, straight-acting, fancy pants queen who just don't understand. Well, it might be cute, but you're gonna get the boot if you don't stay away from my man. If you don't stay away from my man, your face is gonna meet the palm of my hand. Turn that tight butt around and get out of this town with your polo shirt and cheap spray tan. I'm not putting up with you for a minute. If I say it again, boy, you're gonna get it. I'll put you on a boat to Japan if you don't stay away from my man. I know he's a catch and that's why I caught him. He don't have a wandering eye. He's too polite to tell you himself, but I can put my manners aside. You're a butch, buzzing muscle Mary, always giving leg day. Honey, you just don't understand. I'm gonna slap you silly if you touch my hillbilly, so you better stay away from my man. If you don't stay away from my man, your face is gonna meet the palm of my hand. Turn that sweet butt around and get out of this town. Do it while you still can. I'm not putting up with you for a minute. If I say it again, boy, you're gonna get it. You can listen to the song on Shazam, but you better stay away from my man. He ain't Indian, he ain't Peter Pan, so you better stay away from my man.
Well, that sounds like my friends Romer and Sahaya are here, so I'm gonna go change into something a little more casual, and we're gonna teach you a couple of fun summer cocktails, so stick around.
A gallon, 4 roses. That's my recommended bourbon you use for this. You can use others. I recommend using one that's got some spiciness to it. It really works with the flavor we're doing here. So you take that and then go to your local grocery store, or I've just been going to my local dollar store and picking up boxes for $1 of chamomile tea. Any chamomile tea will do.
I used to work at the dollar store.
Oh yeah?
Dollar Tree, actually.
My parents met at the dollar store, so we're all here together.
I love it.
Nice.
Bringing us
I
together.
get all my
Tree.
stuff at the dollar store. So yeah, you can get 20 tea bags or 40 tea bags, I think, for $2 or $3. Or you can go to the grocery store and get one of the brand name ones too. That's fine. And you're gonna want to take about 24 tea bags and put them into a pitcher with all the whiskey in it. You're gonna want to let that sit at least overnight. I would recommend letting it sit 3 days in the fridge before serving it to get that infusion as strong as you possibly can. And then from there, you're just making a whiskey and coke. I recommend using Mexican coke. It's the kind that comes in the glass bottle, which means it's made with real cane sugar. It's got a lot more flavor to it. But regular coke's fine too. But Pepsi is bullshit.
That hallway fire crackles like a cannon. She jumps up with powder on her face. Laundry on the line like flags in the wind. Take cover.
And that's it. That's the cocktail.
Cheers. That looks delicious. All right.
A lot of our cocktails are driven by what weird shit we find at the grocery store at any given time. This, we're gonna do like a bastardization of like an Indian summer drink,
Okay.
but with alcohol in it, so it's not gonna be healthy.
What do we got here? This looks fancy.
That's black lava salt.
Black lava salt, okay.
So it's just, it provides a little more umami than
Okay.
regular table salt or kosher salt would. So you're gonna rim the glass with a lime.
This
we'll
one?
do it, yeah.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna rim it with a lime first, so it'll stay.
See, I'm already not doing good.
No, you're doing fine.
I'm definitely not Rachel Ray.
Nobody is. And then you can go ahead and go for the salt there, just a little bit on
Okay.
the edge.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna set that aside. So I actually did a fairly simple infusion as well. This one is just a few green cardamom pods, a pinch of fennel, and a pinch of whole black pepper. So
Okay.
that's gonna give us a nice spice.
Let's see. I like it.
And we're gonna make
It's in there.
we're gonna make a very simple syrup
Okay.
real quick.
it's
So
Simple syrup. I'm
the
here.
most important part is the drinking. So this is tamarind puree. There's about a
Okay.
half a cup of tamarind puree in there, and then you're gonna add a tablespoon of this, which
Okay,
is
a tablespoon of this.
temperature mango powder. It's a lot of the same kind
Is
of
that good?
flavors, sweet and sour. That's good. Go for it.
Just dump it in.
Yeah, dump it in. And then we are going to add 2 ounces of a Demerara Simple.
Demerara Simple. And we'll post the recipe in the comments so you can reference that when you're making it.
This is how it happens at home too. He gets all my jiggers dirty while
Yeah.
I'm trying to make cocktails. You can give that a whisk.
Okay. That I can do. I'm good at whisking.
Do you have a whisking song?
I think I have a whiskey song, I have a drinking song that you're listening to right now. It's called I Could Be
Another
Drinking.
day, working the 9 to 5. Got me feeling barely alive. Always someone else's work to do. Feeling done before the day's half through. I could be drinking instead of sitting behind this desk. I could be drinking instead of cleaning up someone's mess. When the boss comes round my way, ask me how I'm doing today.
Alright, in she goes.
And then this is just fresh ginger juice.
Casual fresh ginger juice. Pick that up anywhere.
I mean, ginger is everywhere all the time.
I love ginger. So where do you get fresh ginger juice? Where did you get that?
I bought ginger and I juiced it.
Oh.
It's
okay.
actually, I'm sure bougier grocery stores than ours probably sell it, but
Okay, but you can just juice your own ginger.
yeah, it's pretty simple. I mean, if you have a juicer. We're gonna see if this line is about half an ounce.
Sounds right.
Yeah, it sounds like half an ounce. And then you can top out with some ice.
Sweet Elaine pouring drinks behind the bar, sipping her club soda from a jar. Through the night she smiles less and less. Ask her how she's doing, she'll confess. I could be drinking instead of serving up beer to jerks. I could be drinking at a bar where I don't work. Yeah, I'll get you another round. Stay up so you can climb on down.
Lavender Country is widely credited as the world's first gay country band. They released their debut album in 1973, but it wasn't until the early 2000s that they began to finally get national recognition. When their debut album was reissued in 2014, they received critical acclaim for their bold, unflinching, and revolutionary message. Patrick helped blaze a trail for people like me. He inspires me, and I'm grateful to call him a friend. Please welcome Patrick Haggerty. But I'm just thinking back to the ballet, and there was a story you told about your friend Bobby Campbell, who was an AIDS activist in the early 80s, 1980s. And I was just wondering if you could share, maybe folks who don't know who Bobby Campbell was, who he was as a person and who he was to you, if you could just share a little bit about him.
I can. I met Bobby Campbell in 1970 when he had just turned 18. And he was my best girlfriend from age 18 to age 33 when he left the planet. Bobby Campbell is an amazing story. I'll probably cry talking about him, but it's a really amazing, uplifting story. Number one, when it comes to revolutionary thought and action, don't judge a book by its cover. Bobby Campbell came right out of the ruling class. His father was a billion-star mucky-muck in the military. He was raised in private schools in Atlanta and Spain and France. Very la-di-da background. He was like 18, had just come out of whatever Paris school he had graduated from. And he walked in the door and he said, "I heard you're Patrick Haggerty." And I said, "Yeah, I am." And he said, "I heard you're a Marxist and a Trotskyist." And I said, "Well, yes, as a matter of fact, I really am, Bobby." And he said, "Darling, do dish. I want to know everything." Bobby was brilliant. He went to nursing school and got his RN. And then he went to San Francisco and he did a master's degree and he wrote his own program. And his master's degree was in healthcare for gay men. Again, this was like 1980.
And he was on the cover of Time magazine, right? He was
was on the cover of Time magazine. After he got his master's degree in gay men's healthcare, he came up positive. He was the third person in San Francisco to, quote, get gay cancer, unquote, which is what they called it in the early days. I was very disturbed when I got the news. I said, "Bobby, what are you going to do?" And he said, "Watch this. I'm going to turn myself into the AIDS poster boy of America." He was one of the first people to understand the connection between the virus and the disease. And he was also one of the first people to understand the methods of transition. He knew how it could be transmitted and how it couldn't be. Anyway, he became very prominent nationally in the AIDS crisis, and the Center for Disease Control was flying him everywhere. He called me up and he said, I've got it, let's go hiking, which was something that we did all the time.
Uh-huh.
So we went to a place called the Needles, which is what you think it is. It's high rocky crags that jut up 1,000 feet off of the valley floor.
Yeah.
It's in the Olympic National Park where I'm from. We got a ways down the trail, and he said, "Wait 1 minute." And he ran off into the bushes, and he came back out wearing an authentic, complete with badges, Girl Scout uniform. He said, "Patrick, do you think this makes the connection between the environmental movement and the AIDS?" Bobby, it's perfect. It's perfect. So we went up the trail another 8 miles, greeting all the families that came down the trail with his Girl Scout uniform on. We got to the bottom of the Needles, and he got up the next morning and he said, "Patrick, I can climb the Needles without a rope or a piton." I said, "Bobby, you can't do that. It's 1,000 feet of drop, sheer rock face. You can't climb the Needles without a piton or a rope." He said, "Yes, I can." I said, "Bobby, I love you. Don't go. Don't go. Bobby, I love you. Please don't do that." And he said, "Oh, shut the fuck up, Patrick. You're such a drama queen. I know what I'm doing." And he started climbing the Needles. He was the first one on the trail up. And he was wearing his Girl Scout uniform and his climbing boots. And that's it. He got, several hundred feet up, and the other climbers started gathering. And they were going, "Oh my God, who is this guy in a Girl Scout uniform who's climbing without a rope or any pitons?" Then they had to look a little closer and see that he wasn't wearing any underwear. And he was the first one to the top, and he was the first one to the bottom. And this took all day. And I was watching him all day going, "Oh God, he's gonna fall, he's gonna fall." He never did. So it's evening, the sun's going down, the campfires are being lit, and all of these hikers started gathering around our campfire. "Who are you, man? Why did you climb the Needles without any rope and a piton? And how did you learn how to do that? And why are you wearing a Girl Scout uniform?" And he said, "Listen, you guys, I didn't do that to make a mockery out of you, and I didn't do it to aggrandize myself. I did it because I have something very, very important to talk to you guys about. So listen up." And as the sun was going down and the campfires were being lit and 25 mountain climbers were around our tent with their mouths open and staring, he whipped out all of his AIDS educational materials. You got to remember, this was 1983. We were just getting started in the crisis. And he said, "This is how it works. This is the name of the virus. This is how it's transmitted. This is how it's not transmitted. This is what you need to do to protect yourself. This is what you need to do to protect your girlfriends," and gave an entire AIDS educational to all the mountain climbers.
It's so incredible.
3 weeks later,
Thank you.
I got a call. This was in August of 1983. And the caller on the end of the line said, Bobby's got encephalitis and he's in San Francisco General. I jumped on the first thing smoking. Run to the airport. Get on the first plane that'll fly to San Francisco. Get a cab, which I couldn't afford. Fly into San Francisco General Hospital. Bobby's already in a comatose. He's already comatose. I'm saying, Bobby, I love you. Don't go. Don't go. And out the window he went and into the clouds, and wherever gay heaven is, that's where Bobby is.
Yeah.
That's my story about Bobby Campbell, and I'm sticking to it.
Thank you for
He's
sharing
a
that story.
very, very significant person.
Yeah, he is, and everybody needs to know and remember his name and the work he did.
He made a huge contribution.
Mm-hmm.
He was good looking and brilliant and a staunch radical. I love him and I really, really miss him. It's been like 40 years.
And didn't you say one of your songs you had written either about him or was inspired by something he said
I did.
to you?
And the name of the song is Weepin' Willow.
Oh, that's right.
And, yeah, and it's on Blackberry Rose.
On here.
Yeah, Weeping Willow is on there.
Yes, track number 9 on here. So pick up a copy of this and listen. That's a really beautiful story, and I really appreciate you sharing it. It's part of all of our history, and I think we all need to.
It's about Bobby Campbell pulling me out of another crash and burn after some love affair or another. I can't remember the guy's name.
Yeah.
but I remember Bobby. Hi, y'all. This is a new take on an old song. Don't Fence Me In. It's got some new shit in it. Give me land, lots of land under starry skies above. Don't fence me in. Let me ride through the wide open country that I love. Don't fence me in. Let me be by myself in the evening breeze. Listen to the murmur of the cottonwood trees. Send me off forever, but I ask you please. Don't fence me in. Just turn me loose and let me saddle my saddle and the winter time. On my Appaloosa, let me wander over yonder till I reach the mountain top. Let me ride to the ridge where the west commences. Gaze at the moon until I lose my senses. Can't stand shackles and I can't stand fences. Don't fence me in.
This racism's equals slaves in prison. Don't fence me in. We got the Great Depression and voter suppression. Don't fence me in. We're all locked in this quarantine, ducking and hiding from COVID-19, while corporate profits are just obscene.
Don't fence me in.
I've been wondering how long it would take for you to get it sick.
Don't fence me in.
A very public murder was the one that did the trick.
Don't fence me in.
What happened was so evil, now the whole world's crying. You painted us as criminals and watched us dying. We'll be treated now as equals or we'll all die trying.
Don't fence me in.
They won't hire us, so we got the virus.
Don't fence me in.
joys fly. Don't fence me in. 10,000 cars in a food bank line. In nursing homes, our moms are dying. Wall Street cats are doing just fine. Don't fence me in.
Just turn me loose and let me saddle our saddle underneath the sky.
In the western sky.
Out the loose and let me wander over yonder trail and into the mountains high.
These mountains high.
Let me ride to the ridge where the west commences. Gaze at the moon until I lose my senses. Stand shackles and advanced and fences. Don't fence me in.
Don't fence me in. Don't fence me in.
I've seen you strutting your stuff at the honky-tonk watch.
That's our show. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. And remember, don't be normal because normal is boring.
Don't understand. Might be cute, but you're gonna get the boot if you don't stay away from my man. If you don't stay away from my man, your face is gonna meet the palm of my hand. Turn that Tide Pod around and get out of this town with your polo shirt and cheap spray tan. I'm not putting up with you for a minute. If I say it again, boy, you're gonna get it. I'll put you on a boat to Japan, so you better stay away from my